All right, we'll get started. So tonight I figured I'd just talk about one of our Fitme family values and talking about intentionally moving our bodies every day. And I'm gonna get a little nerdy tonight because you guys know I like to do that. But kind of talk about why do we even want to intentionally like move our bodies every day? What is the benefits of it? Like why do you even care? So one of the things that like why do we want to move our body every day intentionally is because for overall health it's good no matter what your goal is. For your mental health, whether you're sitting at a desk all day like doing work and you need a break, it's good to get out, go for a walk, get some movement in for our mental state to reset, relax, take a break. And also our bodies just love to move. Like we weren't meant to be sedentary all day. Like we weren't meant to sit at a desk job all day and sit on computers all day. Like for our overall health of our joints, our heart, our bones, our muscles, our tendons, all of the things can be improved if we're focusing on moving our body, even just walking, doing our Tory exercises, doing our strength training, whatever. Our bodies love it. And a lot of the times when we have like aches and pains, and I know a lot of some of my aches and pains didn't develop until I had my desk job at Burlington. I was getting a lot of pain in my shoulders because I keep my shoulders like up all the time. My traps are like always engaged from like hunching over and then just kind of like in that like curved shoulder forward position. That's when a lot of my aches and pains started versus, before when I never sat all day like I did until that job. So for overall health, like you said, like no matter what your goal is, whether you are focusing on building a healthy lifestyle, whether you're focusing on building like muscle, you're trying to change your body composition, you're trying to lose body fat, like it doesn't matter. We want to be intentionally moving. Now, when we talk about like intentional movement, there has to obviously be some type of intention behind what we're doing. So if you're someone who has like a really busy job, like I'm thinking of one of my personal clients, Jen, like she walks like literally, I think 10 to 15,000 steps, if not more some days, just on her job alone, because she's moving a lot all over a hospital. Like she's a mover. So her intentional movement might look different from someone like me who sits on their butt most of the day and I just need to get out and go for a walk. So if she's doing like 10 to 15 normally, like that's her normal movement. So with it being intentional, we would want to then aim to get some type of movement on top of that. So for her, like it might be strength training once a week and then maybe doing some mobility sessions or something to recover. Maybe she doesn't want to walk. Maybe she wants to go on a jog, like whatever that movement is for you, we want to be intentional about it. So, and one of the reasons why we focus on movement, like outside of our strength training, is because if you do have a goal of body composition change, or you do have a goal of losing body fat or a goal overall to be healthy, one of the ways that you do that is through movement. Especially if the goal was like body comp change or fat loss, like we want to focus on moving your body more. I like to think of like strength training, the mobility work helps us improve our strength, our muscles, the way we move our bodies. But if we're focusing in on how we're going to change the look of our bodies, the more we move helps that equation. So if I get nerdy and go to like technical terms, it's called like your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is just a fancy way of saying the movement you do outside of training, the movement you do outside of working out, whatever that looks like for you. And when it comes to, how many calories your body utilizes in a day to do what it needs to do, that NEAT makes up a big portion of it. And if you're trying to focus in on changing the way that your body looks. Moving your body intentionally is a really good way for that to happen. Along with obviously focusing on your Fitme plates, fueling your body, making sure your body's in a good spot to be able to, lose body fat or change your body composition. So focusing in on that NEAT is also what we like call steps. So when everybody's like focusing on steps and moving your body, it's not only to obviously help with, your physical health, but also help you reach your goal, whatever that is. So that's kind of why we focus in on intentionally moving our bodies, overall health, but then also it's going to help you get closer to your goals, whatever they are. But the reason we call it intentional movement is that like that's going to look totally different for everybody. Like for me, my intentional movement, I really have to get up and go for walks every day to like hit my higher step count. Because if not, and I've done it before where I've barely moved all day and I'm like, oh my God, my steps are at 3,000. It's like I haven't done anything. And then, if there's other days where I'm running errands or if I go grocery shopping at Costco, I know I'm going to get my steps in. So my intentional movement is going on a walk like every single day. So I thought we could talk about like all the different ways that maybe we all get intentional movement in, depending on, what our goals are, or just bouncing ideas off of each other on how we get that movement in.
I'll go first. I hope I don't break up though. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm going through a spot where I might break up.
Okay.
My intentional movement. Did you lose me?
I think I can hear you. You should be good now.
Okay. My intentional movements kind of changed over the years. Before Fitme, I was working a very busy job. I was on my feet all the time, and I was constantly moving my body. So I had that mentality of I'm moving all day. That's enough. But I wasn't doing any intentional movement on top of that. And so when I joined Fitme, I started using a Fitbit, and I was getting, like 6,000 steps or something like that. Some days, if it was really, really busy, I noticed my steps were lower. And those were the days I was counting as I moved my body, and my steps were actually lower. And I think it was just because I was so busy, I wasn't really moving around a lot. I was kind of standing in one spot, but I was just moving my arms a lot. You get steps when you move your arms and you're not actually moving your feet. But now I feel kind of like the walking is more routine. And so now my intentional movement is more of the strength training. Even though I get 2 walks in a day, 30-minute walks, that's not really, in my mind, that's not my intentional movement, because that's something that my body's already kind of gotten used to. And so since I do have a sedentary job where I'm just sitting all day, the walking is kind of like the normal. And so I have to do something on top of that. That makes sense?
No, it definitely makes sense. And especially with how mentally draining your old job. So, you probably feel like you were working out.
Yeah, there was like no room for workout before, but now it's like I have to do more than just walk. I have to do more than just get the steps in. Otherwise, I just kind of sit where I'm at,
Mm-hmm. So Marlena, what did you do during, because I know you've talked about it before, you've come out of a weight loss season. What did you do? Like, are you doing anything differently, or did anything differently then than like what you're doing now for your intentional movement?
During my weight loss season?
Mm-hmm.
I just increased a little bit of my cardio, and so I was doing more running during the weight loss season until I was told to stop because it was hurting my feet and my hips and my back. So I was doing more cardio, and I was doing these like HIIT workouts through an app that I have, and so I was sweating more. And so now I'm doing the strength training that you've given me with walking, and that's it. So I'm doing less cardio because the walking isn't really getting my heart beating very fast. You know, I'm not speed walking or walking long distances or anything like that. So I think that's the difference from the weight loss season to now.
And I asked that because, you know, obviously like your intention during these different seasons are different like goals, right? So the intentional movement for you doing your weight loss season, you're focused more on the HIIT workouts, like focusing on maybe doing a bit more cardio, like pushing a little bit harder. Now we're in this like, you know, post diet season where we're focusing on, you know, increasing and fueling your body, getting back to that maintenance and using strength training to help build muscle along the way. So like the intention behind the movement aligns with the goals that you're looking to achieve.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sorry, we just had a big fall.
Oh no.
She just landed in her face in the sawdust.
Oh no.
Face plant.
Yeah, she's better. Say hi. Okay, don't say hi. She's not happy at the moment.
A mouthful of sawdust.
So I walk all the time for exercise, along with my Tori exercises. So, but I just want to say that my no drop shoes that I got, Tori recommended the Escalantes, but I got the Torin 6s instead. And I have had zero back pain with them, and knee pain and ankle pain. I'm like, I will never go back to another shoe ever again. And I just got my daughter, because they were on sale, the Torin 5s, and she wore them to work today. So I'm excited to find out how she did with them today and see if her back pain was less, because I have a feeling it will be. But we walk a lot. So we didn't walk the last couple of days because we had smoke in the air, but we walk a lot. So, and they just did a study that the more you walk, the less likely it is that you'll get dementia.
I believe it. Again, it's good for your brain and keeps your like, I don't know, I guess it keeps your brain and body going.
Yes, it does. It definitely does.
It is easy to sit at home all day. I had a couple days like that where I'm like, and after about a day, I'm like, oh my God, Tab, get up. Like you got to go move. Sometimes I have to talk to myself.
I just got a message from her that says, you were right. I love the shoes.
Oh, good. We were talking about it.
See, Mom knows what she's talking about once in a while.
And that was one of your goals too, Julie. Like I know that it was like to reduce back pain, reduce knee pain, move better. And like your intentional movement reflects that. So then eventually we'll get into different intentional movement once you graduate from Tori exercises and do some more things that like, I know you want to do a squat and be able to do lunges again. So
yeah,
like movement.
I'm actually wondering if I could do some of those, not a lot at one time, but a few, because I don't have the pain. And I think it's from the freaking shoes.
I believe it.
All these years, it's from the shoes I was wearing and not just because it's my knee. Because I've had zero, I walked around in these yesterday all day at the store, zero back pain, zero knee pain, zero ankle pain. And I'm like, where have these been all my life?
I love it. Well, I'm glad
I got my daughter a pair too. And I'm like, I think these are going to really help with all your body aches because I think your body's way out of alignment. Well, you could actually see it because one side of her back was lower than the other side.
And it goes like this.
Yeah. Yeah, you could. And they've been working on it in physical therapy and she's almost done with that. But I bet these shoes really start to help her. Not. And I told her, I said, and they make sandals. We'll get you a pair of sandals next year. So, you know, it's just important to have 0 drop shoes, apparently. I'm a believer now. I wouldn't recommend anything else.
I need to try a pair of those.
Let's not throw the sawdust, please.
They are awesome. I love mine. So
what shoes do you have?
I have is it Ultra?
The Ultra, do you remember what?
Peak something.
Oh, the Lone Peak?
Yes, Lone Peak. You have a good memory. I do not.
Well, because I was on the Taurins are Ultras too. And I was on their website and I was looking for a specific road shoe because we walk on pavement. We don't walk on the trail. So
I walk on everything, you know, blacktop, rocks, and then the dam across the way is a trail.
Right. So yeah. See,
half my walk's a trail.
So. We don't do a lot of trail walking, so I wanted something that would work really well on pavement.
Yeah, I probably need to get Torrens for Florida.
I ordered mine on Amazon, and I paid full price for them, unfortunately, because I just wanted them and I didn't want to wait for a sale. Yeah. And I tried the Paradigms because they have high cushion, but they made my ankle pronate inwards. Too much cushion.
Too much cushion.
Interesting.
So a mid cushion shoe is what I needed. So
awesome. Yeah, this is the first shoe ever where my fat foot can splay out all the way and have plenty of room. Because every tennis shoe I've gotten, my left pinky toe always makes a hole within 6 months.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
But my movement would be walking. Tori upped my steps. She told me to get 15,000 a day, and I said no. So she put it to 12.
All right.
Yeah, I would say no to 15,000 too. The only time I'm going to get 15,000 is when we go to Disney, and it'll probably be more like 26,000. So
I'm gonna say,
exactly.
Because our hotel is 15 minutes, walking 15 minutes from the park. So there's 15 minutes there and 15 minutes back, not to mention all through the park.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I can't wait.
It sounds like we should up your steps to prepare you for it.
I have them set at 7,500 just because in my brain, if I try to do more than that, and I fail, then
you're hard on yourself.
Then I'm not good to myself mentally. So I try to keep things easy. So
yeah.
And if I get more, that's great.
Exactly. I aim for 10, and then if I get 10, I'll aim higher. So
you're been hitting your 10 for a while now.
Me or Julie?
You, Terry.
Oh yeah, I have been. Yeah, 10's a normal. But last week I was pretty good. I think in the last couple of weeks I've got anywhere from, my average has been 16 to 12. So
okay,
because I've been mad, so I walk.
Go blow off some steam.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the first 2 years of my marriage to my husband. He would walk one direction and I would walk the other. We might have to start doing that again. We fight over his impatience. He doesn't have enough patience for me when it comes to the baby. And so I'm like, something's got to give here pretty soon.
We'll tell him to go walk off that impatience.
Yeah. Well, now he's on the lake fishing, so we both get some peace and quiet. We've been
There you
together.
go.
We've been together 24/7 pretty much since the day we've been married. So,
Oh wow.
except for I think the first 2 years I did work and then I did go to school for a little bit, but otherwise we've been together at least for the last 8 years 24/7.
Oh.
I told him he asked me all the time, should I go away for a week? And I'm like, yeah, you should. Well, you miss me? I'm like, yeah, I will, but I won't at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Terry's face was hilarious. She was like, no.
We're pretty much like that now, but he'll go somewhere every now and then. In Florida, it is. That's why I walk.
Yeah, it's been
So,
it gets too hot to walk outside in the summertime. So
well, we go in the winter. So
yeah.
it's still, our dog doesn't like walking because he's a poodle and he's a priss. So
Mhm.
we take him for his little walk and then take him home and walk. And
There
walk
you
and
go.
walk.
Walking is the easiest exercise though, because if you can't do anything else, you can walk. Even if it's down to the mailbox and back a couple times a
Mhm.
day, you can do something when it comes to walking. So
Yeah.
I agree.
So how long are you at that campsite, Julie?
we are here until Monday.
Oh,
And then from Monday to Friday, we'll be off grid. From Monday afternoon to Friday afternoon, we'll be off grid. We won't have any cell service at all because
That'll
we're
be
going to
kinda
go to
nice.
Loon Lake, which is up in the
Oh.
mountains here at it's at the coast, but it's up in the mountains. And so we won't have, there's zero cell service up there,
Oh,
but we're
wow.
going with the church. And so we'll be, at least we'll have someone to talk to besides ourselves.
Some social
And Harmony
life.
will have a ton of grandparents to help take care of her. So
Oh, that'll be fun.
yeah,
Go get-
yeah. Yeah, all the people at church love her, and they're all grandparents. So I think we're the youngest couple going.
Okay.
Oh, cool. And I can guarantee the only one with the toddler.
Yes, the only one with the taller. That we weren't expecting that.
Right. An extra blessing in disguise.
Yeah, she was.
It's cool.
But yeah, I agree with you. Walking is the way to go if you're looking to move your body. And it's like always, that's why I was like, let's make sure we focus on the intentionality of our movement, because obviously that can look totally different for all of us. Like what the intention is, bring it back to what your goal is, does your intentional movement align with what your goals are?
I almost went into slug mode today because it's just gloomy and icky and not good to walk outside. And then I just decided I got to throw on my coat and put on my shoes and go. So I did. So I got almost 11. So
Today was one of my higher days. I got almost 13,000, which normally never happens.
ooh, good job.
I had to get my intentional movement. I met up with Crystal and Tabitha. They're
Oh, I saw that.
yep, they're fellow
So much
journalists.
fun.
Yeah. I always enjoy my walks way more when I can go and like talk and chat when, I have a partner in crime to do that. Cause sometimes when I'm walking, I'm like, I don't know. That's when I'll call my sisters. I'll call my friends. I'll Marco Polo, because that is just being alone in my thoughts. I'm like, I like talking to people during my walk. It makes it go by quicker.
Exactly. That's what I love about the Wednesday walk and talk. I mean, that's awesome. We get a good walk in.
I like the silence when I walk.
Gee, I wonder why, Julie.
I always I'm very introverted, so I've always liked the silence, and my husband likes to talk, and so every now and again I'm like, I don't want to hear your thoughts right now. Like, let's just be quiet. And I'm only at 6,800 steps today.
Well,
But you look like you have plenty of sunshine, though. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Debbie.
We actually were not expecting it to be this nice here. We
It's
were expecting
gorgeous.
it to be cold and cloudy, and I don't know, God blessed us with an amazing afternoon. So it's really nice to be able to wear shorts. Yeah, it's really nice, because usually it's so cold and windy down here that you have to wear pants and a sweatshirt. So
That's what I had on today.
this doesn't happen very often.
And man, I'm jealous of the sweatshirts and sweatpants. I'm done with this heat. Like, I'm ready for 75 and below. With the 80s, I'm done with them.
Oh, I like hot weather.
I usually do too, but it was just like the humanness and stickiness. Like when we were done our walk, because we went on, I think, like a 3+ mile walk. When we were done, I'm like, I'm sweaty, I'm sticky, I'm nasty, and
So you go take a shower.
I know. I don't want to take 2 showers a day. You know what I mean? I'm just ready. I'm ready for the change, I guess. Fall is my favorite season, so I am very excited for sweatshirt, like shorts weather is my favorite combo.
But sunshine.
Yes,
I
not
like sunshine.
not ugly.
Not cold. I like spring and fall too, with especially when the temperatures are pretty even. So
I agree.
I guarantee it won't be this warm tomorrow here.
Well, hopefully you get another good day in.
Oh, even if we don't here at the coast, we will up at Loon Lake, because it's supposed to be almost 80 degrees on Wednesday so far. So
Oh, nice.
yeah. And that's much better than the 95 or whatever degree.
Camping in 95 degree. No, yuck. Horrible.
Yeah, we're gonna probably end up doing that next year, because we were going on a trip with the church in June, and it's probably gonna be, and it's inland, so it's probably gonna be 85, 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And our air conditioner in our trailer does not work that well. So it'll be interesting to see
Good luck to
how
you.
it goes.
Yeah.
Well, all right, ladies. We are right at 7:30. So it was good chat tonight.
Yeah.
Julie, I know you're going to the weekend. Marlena, you're going. Or not Julie, sorry.
No, I'm not going.
Terry's going. Julie's not going.
Yeah. I'll be there.
No. Let me
When do
hold
you
your
get
hand.
there, Tabby?
I don't get there till Friday evening.
go slow.
So I'm gonna miss the Friday like meet
Oh,
greet,
come
just 'cause of the way that they had like no good flights from
I know.
Philly to Washington, and I'm a baby, and I'm not doing connecting flights, because it would have been like over a day of travel. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah. Mine's a 9 to, I think I take off at 9 and land at 1:20 or something. So it's not terrible.
On Friday.
So Thursday. I'm getting there a day early. Yeah.
Okay. I tried to finagle it any which way I could. I'm like, if I could get in early, but it was like a $200 increase on the airfare, and I'm like, no.
I use credit card miles like back in, I don't know how long ago. A while ago.
That is one thing I need to be better on. I've been using American Airlines is like the big like hub in Philadelphia. So I'm trying to use my American Airlines card for like every purchase. So like next time I go to book a flight, it doesn't cost me anything, because it's on instead of using my debit card. So I'm trying to do that more to build up some good amount of flight points, so I don't have to pay for another flight.
Smart girl. Yeah. So, all right, ladies. I'll see you guys later.
All
Hey,
right.
have a good trip, Julie.
Thank you. We will.
You will
All
be
right.
at the event.
Yes.
I'm sad I don't get to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Maybe next year.
Next year, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, ladies.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.